Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, where you can see great games played badly. I'm John and this is Timberborn. And as you can see, the drought has literally just started. We have a 6-day drought on its way, which is fun. Now, in terms of progress, not much has happened, admittedly. I'm still in the process of putting in this second engine over here. If you have a look, it's going to go in that way and connect up to this circuit here. We can actually put in the corner here, if it will turn around. Hang on. Come on. There we go. So now we can connect the pump directly up to the engine, so that's nice. And we have a stranded beaver somewhere. Oh, you stupid beaver. There you go. Come on. Move. Move. Don't just stand there. Thank you. Oh dear, oh dear. You can't get the beavers. You really can't. Okay. As you can see, I'm laying in explosives to open this channel up. So let's set these off. Okay, and we can set these off. And we can carry on laying the explosives in. As you can see, I'm arranging all of this here to connect it up, so we can set these off. And obviously the step down is going to be somewhere along here. I want to clear all this out before I decide where I'm going to put that. But apart from that, we're very nearly at the point where we can arrange everything. We're still laying in explosives to deepen our holding reservoir here. Let's have a look. What do we need to do here? We can set this one off. And we can... Oh, wrong one. Continue this path around. There we go. And someone in the comments, I think it was possibly Chris in the comments, mentioned that I should probably deepen the floodgates here. That was always the plan, to have another triple floodgate at the opening as well. So, oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. So at the moment... it's probably best to wait until all of this is deepened before we do that, because it will just be less hassle. I will extend that path, though. Okay, but that is where we are. So it's going to be a 6-day drought. We're reasonably full. I think I've closed everything up. I appear to have closed everything. I haven't closed these up. I'm going to leave this as one big reservoir, I think. Or at least these 3 sections, because these are still only single floodgates at this end, I think. Yeah, these are only single floodgates at this end, so I could, in theory, replace these with double floodgates at some point, which would make more sense, because it would open all of this up completely. But at the moment, it's fine. We'll just leave them all open and use that as one water source for those, was that 3 districts? I am going to close down the water pumps, or some of the water pumps along this stretch here, because we don't need them on at the moment. That should probably do it. I'll turn these 2 off. I will pause the pumps, and I will turn this one off, at least for the moment. Yeah, so we are still... Oh dear, come on, John. We are still filling up the reservoir here. We're getting close, getting very close. We should be full definitely by the end of this episode. That is my guarantee. That's a John guarantee. You can take that to the bank. It's definitely going to be filled by the end of this episode. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Definitely going to happen. Yeah. Probably. But I will spin on and I will play through and I will continue the construction here, and I'll come back either at the end of the drought or when something happens. Okay, well, it didn't take long to get these explosives laid in here, so we'll set those off. And we'll lay in the next level. No, we don't want to do that, do we? We want to get rid of that one. And we're going to need to put steps down. There we go. That should do it. Hopefully that won't take too long. And I'll come back when that's done. Okay, that's the halfway point of the drought. As you can see, we're still doing absolutely fine. Water-wise, down here, we're okay. I've had to let a little bit more water through to keep this hydrated. And as you can see, it's already starting to dry out along here. These pumps are no longer operating, so I'm going to have to turn this one on. Yeah, that's just how it is. The explosives are still being laid in here. We're doing a reasonably good job. They're nearly done. But over here, you can see that we have a lot of explosives to set off. So we'll start with this one. And then these two. They were quiet for some reason. Now, we want to lay in another one there. I'll set these off. Okay. And we'll lay in another row there. We'll get rid of these stairs. I'm trying to decide where to put the stairs in. I think we're going to put them in here. So they're at least sort of level with each other, the same way we've done here. So I'm going to put in some more explosives. There and there. And we'll need another one in there. We can set these off. And lay in the next layer. So we're pretty close to getting this actually finished. So again, by the end of this episode, this will definitely be done, and we'll start to fill up our new reservoir here. They've finally finished laying in most of this stuff. They can't actually get to that now, so I'm going to have to delete this power shaft so they can get to the next bit, because the beavers are stupid and they just build the closest thing rather than thinking about, you know, how they're going to get to anything. Yeah, other than that, we're doing absolutely fine. Things are progressing. I'm still thinking about what we're going to do for the next series. The suggestions we're having are very difficult. Very difficult. Things like, you know, as I think I said last episode, things like single district, no dams, no levees. Yeah. But I think I can probably come up with something. But please keep the suggestions coming in. I think I'm going to sort of do a combination of what's come in so far at this point. But if anyone else does have any suggestions that they'd like to see or think would be interesting, especially with, you know, my level of skill, please do let me know. Because as I say, I will definitely be carrying on after this series is finished, which, I mean, it might be this episode, might be next episode. I still do want to come down here and put in another district down here, and block off this area and create yet another reservoir. It might be worth coming basically all the way down here and blocking off essentially from here to high right across, and using this as a big old shallow reservoir, because that would give us a lot of space for aquatic farming, which we haven't really explored a great deal. We've got some cattails and spadadoc coming in. Up here we've got a lot of spadadoc. Down here we've got cattails, but Other than that, we've not really done a lot with the aquatic farming. But if we could have one district that concentrates entirely on aquatic farming and just preparing food, shipping it out to other districts, that could be quite good. But yeah, I don't know whether we'll do that this episode or not. Maybe I'll get it laid in. I don't know. I'll have a think before I come back at the end of the drought. Let's have a look at our explosives before we do that, though. How are we doing? Well, we can set you off. There we go. And I'll lay in one more here. Yeah. Just trying to think now. I'm going to need to put in some more up here, aren't I? I'll do that off screen. Okay, well that's the end of the drought there. Again, we've done absolutely fine. No deaths. Well, apart from old age. Lots of deaths from old age. We have, unsurprisingly, some explosives to set off. So, let's do that. There we go. We may also have another one here. Yes, we do. As you can see, I'm now deepening this section so that we can put in a triple floodgate here. Along here, I've had to temporarily remove the stairs from here, and I'm putting in a platform so that they can reach this last bit of dynamite down here. Oh, which they can now do. I didn't need to actually build that. I just needed to remove the stairs for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, so basically what was happening was when these stairs were in before, it was telling me that that bit of dynamite there couldn't be reached because presumably it was between those. I assumed they'd be able to reach it from either of these levees here, but that wasn't the case apparently. So I removed the stairs and put in a platform so they'd be able to get there, but they just built it before the platform was built, so they obviously could reach it. I have no explanation for that. Other than that, all these other explosives are laid in, so where are we? If I can find them, we can set those off. Okay, so that's this part of the channel at the depth we want it. Now if we can set these off. Okay, we're going to need to lay in some more, but I need to now think about... Get rid of that. And get rid of those. Okay, so I'm going to put in my steps down... Yeah, here, I think. So we'll bring these explosives along to here. Let's see if they can actually build those. Hang on. Let's not build those steps for a moment. So they'll at least be able to get up here and put those in. I've got a nasty, nasty suspicion that they're going to put those in as those are being built and they're going to get trapped. But we'll see what happens. That's definitely going to happen. Okay, we've got this built now, so we can set that off and we can put in a triple floodgate. There we go. So that reservoir is now complete, at least for the time being, until I decide I want to enlarge it again. The water is slowly returning. It's only sort of not quite halfway through the first day, so it'll take probably until nightfall before that starts coming through, at least until nightfall until that starts coming through, so that's all okay. Yeah, other than that, we just need to now wait for the water to come back. Up here, it's done. I've put in another pump so that we can extend our tree planting in this district. I am going to put in more maple. I think that's about as far as the forest can reach on that side. Oh no, one more. And then we'll fill in around here as well with more maple. So that should increase the log supply in this. I got all, well, I've got all this space. I might as well use it. There we go. I don't know if the lumberjack won't be able to reach that far, so we'll have to put another one in. So in fact, let's cancel that planting order. We'll extend the path, like so. And we'll put in another lumberjack in here. And then once all that's planted up and growing properly, I'll extend our cutting area to cover that as well. And I will definitely remember to do that. There is no way I will forget again to do that. Right, now we need to put in our next engine here. Yeah, to power the pump. And then obviously we can, as I said before, we can extend this way with more engines should we require it or should we want it. And we can maybe build in a little industrial area over here, which will be nice. Okay, how are we doing over here? Nothing's been done. One bit of explosives has been laid in. Nobody got trapped. Nobody's stranded. That's incredible. Okay, surprising. I will put in these other steps then. And probably a good idea to extend the path. Right, I will come back when those explosives are all laid in. Oh, our floodgate is in. That's nice. And yeah, the waters are returning here. Yet to return here. Right, and I will come back when those explosives are laid in. Okay, right. Day 3. After the drought has ended, and we have these explosives laid in. There we go. So that is the channel basically down to where we want it, I think. We could drop it down again. But I think we'll leave it there with that. So this is all 100% ready to go. So let's go. We'll start off by just dropping it down a little bit and watching the water as it trickles through. So that's actually spreading the fertilization a lot further than I thought it would. I thought we'd maybe get half of that. So that's great. That's absolutely great. That's basically opened up a whole bunch of land that we can now colonize. Let's drop down and watch it arriving. So the good thing about this, of course, is that with that hydration from this here, we can actually shut down a lot of the water dumps and things that we've set up. Possibly. I don't think we've actually got any in this district. I'm thinking about it. No, because we've just got this one channel. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, we're nearly there. Oh, that's quite nice. That's quite a nice site. I like that. Okay, well, let's speed things up a little bit and get this filled. And let's have a look down here and see how this reservoir is doing. We're not quite back to where we were, so let's turn these pumps back on now. No, I don't want to destroy it. I want to turn it on. There we go. And we can turn these on. How are we doing down here? Almost ready to go, I think. We'll open those up in preparation. We'll do the same down here. Oh, they already are. Excellent. Right, so yes, the waters should in theory, flow through without any impediment once they're filled up. I'll come back once this reservoir here is full, and we can watch as the new reservoir starts to fill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until this engine finishes being built. For some reason this district isn't getting the gears it needs, although it has 71. What else are we waiting for? Metal blocks. Do we have any metal blocks? We do not. Do we have any metal blocks in this district to send? We do. Okay. Easy enough. Metal blocks. There we go. Okay, so once that is built, we can open this floodgate and turn the pump on, and between the two of them, that should fill up pretty quickly. Probably a lot quicker than this one over here is going to fill. But let's switch this off. Okay, so I will come back when all that is ready to go. Okay, the water has now filled up this mini reservoir and is starting to flow through here. So as that comes through here, any second now, there we go. So as we see, this is already now full. So I will now drop this to 2.5. So when that fills up a little bit, that will start flowing into here. As you can see, there was a little bit of overspill just from the wave of the water as it came through. It sort of built up at this end a bit before it leveled out. As you can see, much the same thing is happening here. That's not entirely what we had in mind. I'm sure once the... come on, autosave, there we go. I'm sure once the level kind of sorts itself out a little bit, we'll drop this down to help it. Once this level sorts itself out a bit and the flow steadies itself, hopefully that will stop doing that. Don't know there's a lot we can do about it, honestly. But it doesn't really matter because it just makes a little pond there. Okay, in the rest of the settlement, everything's going on as normal. This is taking its time to fill back up again. But both of our engines are now constructed and online. So let's turn that pump on as well. And we'll watch as this fills up. Okay, we're on day 8 of this particular cycle, and as you can see, we appear to be taking so much water out that it's not able to flow through to the rest of the map. Okay. But we're getting there. We're 3 deep here already, or nearly 3 deep here already. All this water is flowing quite nicely through here. Here we are. I will set these off. I'm widening this corner so that if there is a rush of water, it should have more space to get through without flooding, basically. So I'm just kind of stepping this down a little bit here to give it a little bit more room to maneuver. So we shouldn't get so many flooding problems in theory. In the rest of the settlement, things are going pretty much okay. You lack power because there's not a lot of wood in this district at the moment, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. There's some coming through. Because there are 3 engines running. Obviously, it would be sensible to connect the power from this engine up to the power from these engines here. But that would be an engineering challenge for me. Not insurmountable. I think I could probably figure it out. Yeah, I reckon I could actually do that. Okay, I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to lay in something and see if we can get the power connected up across here. Yeah, and I'll be back when I've done that. Breaking news, friends. We finally got enough flow through the river for it to start carrying on down this way. And, oh, what's this? Have I put in another district? I think I have. Yep, I've put in another little district down here. It's currently being entirely supplied by other districts. But I'm going to put in a levee and floodgate arrangement down here, as you can see. Just for the moment to bring this up one level. And then I'll go around and harvest all of this wood. Yeah, and then I'll build up to the second level all the way across to here. So we'll have another large 2-tile deep reservoir here with a little sort of deeper section in the middle. At the moment I haven't bothered to do anything with this district apart from set that up. I'm going to put in water pumps and everything, obviously. In fact, I might as well do that now. There we go. And I will prioritise those, just, you know, so that this district has its own water, because it has a nice amount. But that is being sent in from other districts, so we do want it our own kind of storage down here as well. So let's put in some, come on, water tanks. Like so. Okay, so that's that. So we'll have a bit more water in this area as well, hopefully, eventually. The reservoir is filling fairly rapidly now. Look, we're over 3 deep already. What I'm doing here with this power arrangement, if I can find, there we go. So again, not pretty, but functional. I've brought the power up over the path here and around, and then dropped it down underneath this bit, back up over this path, and I'm going to drop it, step it down. Hopefully that will work. I think I've got it all figured out right. So I'm going to step it down there, bring it round, and I'm connecting it up underneath the path here. So I'm dropping the power down off of this junction. I've put in a cross junction there, so we can bring the power any direction we want. And just for the moment, I'm just putting in straight power shafts, bring it around the corner, and connect up there. But that is a resource hog, and this is already somewhat low on wood, this district. So that's going to take a little while to do. But yeah, because these trees that we put in ages ago still haven't been planted. Not entirely. How are we looking? 26% grown on the ones that were put in first. So yeah, it'll be all right eventually. It's just going to take a little while. But yeah, that's where we are. I'll come back shortly. Okay, day 11, and we've just got the drought warning, so this one could be a problem. Suggest this is going to be a very long drought coming in. But this is very full, or very nearly very full. Over here, our other reservoir is getting there. It's pretty good, so we've got plenty of water for this district here. We should be okay. The new district might have a problem. If we dash over to have a look at that. Let's slow things down. We've only got one water pump and it is reliant on food from other districts currently. I'm putting in some housing and I'm putting in a forester to start planting up probably along here once these trees are cleared. And I'm still in the process of building this. Quite why they've built that one first, I don't know. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. But hopefully that will be completed before the drought hits us. Don't know if it will, but it might. We have unemployed beavers in this district at the moment, so I am going to make 2 of them builders by putting them in the district centre. Yeah, we should be okay, I think. This district might, as I say, be the problem. We might lose 1 or 2 beavers in this district, but who knows. I'll come back at the start of the drought to see how long it's going to be and how everything's doing. And I'll probably end the episode there, but we'll see how things are. Okay, really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's only going to be a 6-day drought. That's easily survivable. We've managed to pretty much fill up this new little section here. A little section, it's quite a big section, but we've managed to fill mostly. So we've got plenty of water for this district. I've put in some housing up here for them. Let's have a look. Turned off a couple of these water pumps to sort of preemptively save some of the water being drawn away. I've closed these floodgates so that this is its own separate reservoir, but these 3 are combined. And if necessary, if this gets too low, we can just drop some out of here. This section is pretty full. There's something I need to quickly check. Yes, I have. I've turned the pump off here. We are putting in, if we have a look at what we've done here with the all the power stuff, we are putting in, I've moved the power around so it goes under this path now, and along the edge. Let's hide the water. There we go. So you can see I'm, oh dear, bringing that power in underneath that path, underneath this new water pump, and connecting it up. We still have a log shortage in this district at the moment. As you can see, nearly finished planting, but 41% is the closest we've got to being fully grown on any of these. So yeah, it's going to take a while. Don't mind this, we had a slight case of overspillage when I closed the floodgate there. It's only a shrine, so they're only losing some minor spiritual benefits. All of this is closed up, and as you can see, as full as I could reasonably get it. Yeah, so we should be able to survive. This reservoir, as you can see, is so close. So close. So I'm going to spin on through this drought, and I will come back at the end. I might skip coming back at the end and just come back when this is actually full, because I did promise that we would fill this by the end of the episode. So I'll do that. And the drought is over. And honestly, we barely noticed. The water dropped a little in here. We had to let some out about halfway through, but yeah, that's fine. Again, this little section dried up, but we are drawing from here. We've not taken much. Over in the new reservoir, it's barely dipped at all. Our power structures have been laid in, so we have this very attractive step down, and it's all connected up to the other 2 engines over here, which are switched off at the moment because we don't really need the power at the moment. We're not going to need to turn this pump back on probably ever, so we're probably going to put some kind of industrial area over this reservoir and feed the power underneath where we've got it set up. We are going to need more logs in this area before we really do that, because it's really hurting for logs still. We do have more space, so I could put in another forester and add more trees, but we'll see how that goes. Everywhere else is pretty much fine. The only other thing I've really done is over here. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I've put in a rooftop terrace and a couple of these beaver statues, just because I thought it looked nice. And over in the new district, I've put in a farm. Just some carrots and potatoes to come in to get this a bit more self-sufficient. I've also put in a gatherer over here to pick up these berries before they're, flooded. But that's all I've done. So the water is returning. What I'll do is I will play on until this reservoir is full. And I will see you shortly. Okay. I've played through until the next drought. It's going to be an 8-day drought, which is slightly worse, but we can live with it. I'm going to pause our pumps and these two pumps as well. If we look at this, we can see that this building can't be used because it's flooded. So we've just about reached the level, the one level below the top of this reservoir, which is pretty good. I've put in a distribution centre over here just to shift some of the resources that we've got in this district. What else have I done? Oh, a few bits and pieces. Nothing up here, really. I extended the farmland a little bit, but obviously in the drought that's not going to be fertilised. Over here in our new district, the double height levee is already in place. We're clearing out this this woodland over here. I've put in a large water storage, some more farmland. I've put in a log cutter up here just to clear out these dead trees and give us a bit more space. Over here in this district, I've brought this power down from over here to power a lumber mill and a grist mill, and I've planted a lot of wheat. I've also put in a campfire, and I've unlocked and put in a couple of these, and they are mud baths. They're a fun thing for the beavers. So they'll, in their free time, they come and sit in mud baths. I've put one there, and I've put one over here as well. There you go. Oh, and someone's about to use it. There you go. Bubbling away nicely. It seems to be quite popular. I'll put in another statue down there as well, just to give them some aesthetic pleasure. But yeah, that's where we are. I am going to leave it there for this episode. It's been slightly longer, but I know there's been a couple of days where I haven't posted because I've been busy doing other things. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do join us next time. In the meantime, give us a like and a subscribe if you've watched this far. And obviously subscribe if you'd like to see more of the same. Check out the other videos on my channel. Leave us a comment below. Give me advice or hints, suggestions of other games to play. Yeah. Until next time, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.